Yeah. Okay, that's a good sign. Got it.
It's going.
All right. I don't even know what number we're on here.
I have no
41.
clue. Which one?
41. I look so bad right now.
Don't
I'm
I'm
just
like I
like,
have no clothes. I have no spring clothes. It's going to be
neither.
70 here today.
I just want winter back because I don't have any clothes either. Anyway,
Yeah.
we are fiber artists with no clothes to wear.
I know.
What is wrong with this? Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 41. This is my friend Sue,
This is my friend Rachel.
and we are the ladies of Floss Toss. I am also treehousefiberarts.com, and Sue, you are.
I'm knit 24. I'm sorry, Percy.
Oh, and that's Percy. I've been gone all morning at an eye appointment, and I came back to a dog who really wants my attention. So we're just gonna let him say hi, and hopefully it's not too distracting.
He's
And
just
figure
so
out that
little.
he can just come in right over here if you just walk around. And he just came from that spot. So I'm sorry. This is hilarious.
We're both in dog moods.
Yeah.
Do you know, I think I shared this with you. I was having a conversation with our good friend Paige
Mhm.
about Winnie because we were talking right after she had been really not good. I don't like the word bad when you describe someone's behavior. I don't know why. There's something about it I don't like. But anyways, she was saying, and I've been saying all along, we have COVID dogs.
Yeah.
Like I do think and she said she has so many friends that are on like their fourth dog. They've never had issues. And it's like the hardest thing ever.
Well,
And
there
that's
you
me.
go. Yeah.
That's
Well,
me. And it's
shoot, I
like,
thought he was gone. It was quiet for a second. Maybe you just need to keep talking. He's
I
like,
know.
who's that woman?
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
turn
And
you
if Winnie was here right now, she would be knocking that door down. So yeah,
up.
we have COVID dogs. And I do think they have been affected by how the world is now.
I think so. Yeah,
You
I
can
think
comment
so.
below if you have a COVID dog.
Yes, let us know.
That's
And do you know I used to not have any animals, and
This is your
this
first.
is my first pet.
This is
So,
your
and
first
he's
break.
awesome. Usually I was gone this morning, came home, didn't give him enough attention or something. I don't know. You know what I find though with him? He really forces me to balance better because I may like if we weren't doing this right now, if we didn't have you all in my dining room, I would be getting up and going to the living room after I'd been working because I got up this morning at what 4:30, 5 o'clock and started working, got my kids off, said bye to the husband, kept working, went to the eye appointment, came back here. Oh, yeah, he made it back. And and he forces me to take a break.
Yeah.
Like, lady, take a break.
So when you take a break with him, what do you do?
Go outside for a bit to go to the bathroom, do his thing. Then we'll come back in. I will maybe throw a Kong around. We have a little Kong and we stuff his favorite liver treat in it, and then he just kind of plays with it all day and he chews on it, has fun with it. Yeah, just do a little of that. He likes to just sit by me, to be honest.
Oh, if
He
that was
just
all Winnie wanted, I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
We need to take her outside and she runs like crazy and she runs free. We have a big yard and electric fence. But that just gets her going even more.
Ah, yeah. Now he's down by my foot and he's just tapping me like, give me attention. But we are here because we want to welcome you all. This is Floss Toss. We are a podcast all about the fiber arts, mainly our stitching these days, for sure. I know I have been so busy with a lot of your orders. So thank you so much for all of your wonderful orders in my shop. I love connecting with you all and sending you these little care packages around the country and the world. So thank you so much first for that. No, I had my eye appointment. Thank you. Last time we were here, we talked about our eyes. We had a lot of good comments. on the last episode about people's eyes and how they're stitching and what kind of combination of glasses or type of glasses or
Mhm.
whatnot, special magna lights, that kind of thing. I went to the eye doctor this morning and I'm getting 2 pairs of glasses. I'm getting one. I know you guys are dying to know what I'm
They are.
getting.
I just think it's hysterical that last time I had come from the eye doctors, and this time you are coming from the eye
Yeah,
doctor.
so let's talk about eyes again. But I know some of you are curious what I'm going to try. My eye doctor has taken, these are just readers that I use to talk with the computer in front of me, but she's going to do a progressive where the bottom is a lot more strong up
Mhm.
close for my, I'm like, I hold mine about 14 inches away. And then the medium and up high is just going to be the distance of like medium, my TV. Those are going to be my stitching glasses and buy my stitching chair.
Okay.
And it was buy one, get one half off at my eye doctor's. So my other pair is going to be for computer use. So that's going to be my office pair where you will see me well and I will see you well. Well, you always see me well because you don't wear glasses looking at me through my, never mind. I'm going to see you well and see Sue well. And then I'm going to use my old glasses for driving because they're fine for the distance for now. So, and then we're going to try some contacts, but of course I have dry eyes. So,
That scare me to death. Like I couldn't put one in if you paid me $1,000,000.
well, I'm calling those are my for my vein events where I don't want to wear glasses out.
Okay,
And
that
I will
makes
have a
sense.
pair of readers in my purse and I will pull them out to look at a menu or whatever.
Yes.
We'll see. And
I
they're good
wish
for this.
I am so excited about getting mine. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I am finding I am having to put readers over these for everyday events. Like that's how, and even now, like the computer is killing my eyes. Like I just
Yeah.
feel it's like I
Yeah.
cannot wait. But then I was somewhere yesterday and this young girl says to me, "I love your glasses." And I was like, shoot, I just spent a lot of money to, and I do love these glasses. I'm not
Mhm.
like I am holding on to them and
Mhm.
considering putting the correct prescription in them.
Yeah.
Um, but I was like, shoot, I should have had these made into sunglasses.
Oh, they've got some really cool sunglasses now out, and yours are rounder. You'll have a lot of options. That's the trend right now,
Yeah.
with the
I just
rounder.
have the old school Ray-Ban dark
Yeah.
classic, which I do love. I love them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Me
So
too.
anyways,
So anyways, that's our
so by the
eye
next
segment.
time we meet, hopefully we can both see.
Oh my gosh. That will be
And
so
now
wonderful.
I don't know if we talked about this last time as far as stitching, because when I first started back at stitching, I thought, I can't stitch, I can't see. Like
Yeah.
literally, it was like I was cross-eyed.
I
And
remember
then,
that.
yeah, and I was on like 14 count, like a 28 count linen.
Yep.
It was shocking. I was like, this is so disturbing. And I've had
Yes.
so many good friends say, oh, I can't do that anymore. I can't see. I truly believe you can retrain your eyes. So if you're in that situation, give it time. Like I ended up using the magnifiers, and even then I was like, I don't know about this. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I definitely retrained my eyes for stitching.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's that muscle memory, hand-eye thing where you just know where the hole's going to be if you do it enough.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's getting the right equipment and feeling comfortable with it. That's why you know to put 2 glasses on top and then you can
Mhm.
stitch well, and I think it's
Yeah.
the right tools and just keep at it.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in lower count.
Right.
I
That's
mean,
the
at
thing.
least do that if you can see that and you want to stitch. Do it. We've got some
No. And
great
And
fabrics that
honestly,
if you
one of the best choices, if you really struggle and you want to be stitching, 25 count Lugana.
Lori Holt's
Thing-
vintage,
Yep.
I love that line.
That is one of the easiest fabrics to see.
And
Easy.
it's beautiful in hand, and it's beautiful. I did something on that. I forget what it was, and I'm so happy with it.
You
It's one of
did
my favorite pieces.
flowers, flea market
Oh,
flowers.
yes, the flea market flowers. You're
Yeah.
right, on her fabric.
And honestly, when I was stitching 100 years ago, 40 count, I don't even remember existing. It was 32 count. So to work on the 25 count Lugano was just a normal, that's what you did.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
yeah, and as I was saying, we've got some really great. There's great Adas out there that are hand dyed, really beautiful Zweigart colors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a great time to be a stitcher, to want to get back into stitching.
It is.
Sue, do you have any finished objects this
Yes, I
week?
do. Thank you for asking.
Darn it! I was gonna all this episode. I was gonna. Are you sure you
Are
don't
you
have any?
sure? Oh no, I have something. Oh my
Oh, do
gosh.
show us! How
Um,
exciting!
Long Dog Stitcher. Why can't I think of her name?
Jenny,
Jenny. Her
Chris,
comments, she comments every video. Hi,
I
Jenny.
love
Thank you
her.
so much for watching. Her comments, she's so funny. She's
She
so
is.
funny. And
I
she's
love
funny.
her dry sense of humor. Like I'm that way too, so I get it. Oh.
Totally get it. Okay, so this is not fully finished, but
Oh.
it is finished. I was hoping to have 2 finished.
Oh my gosh, you did that so fast.
2 days.
That was
So
really
it's
your palette cleanser, wasn't it?
is
Or
it?
your
Oh, and I have another one to do. It is embroidery. I got it on Etsy. Oh, I purposely kept that card here. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I got it on Etsy. It came from Israel. Tomorrow, oh my gosh, my eyes hurt.
oh. You
Okay,
told it.
let's just hold it up.
Yeah, and I'll put it down below. It's a Tamar.
Tamar.
What a pretty card. Wow.
So pretty. I got it in both. The kits
Okay.
are beautiful.
Put it
And-
up close to the camera. Oh, that is so sweet.
well, and I have 2. So this is the second one that I haven't started yet. It also has more out here, but that is if you're going to make it into a pillow. I am doing the hoop, and I think I'm going to ask Chelsea. I think I'm going to get one of your hoop stands for it.
Oh, I'll send you a couple, and if she doesn't like them, and she doesn't.
I just don't know where she will like them. I just don't know if it's better to have them on the wall for her.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking on the girls' little bedside end table so they could dream of Grammy every night. It's all self-serving, let's be honest. So it came with the floss, it came with the needle. I wish I had one of the kits here and I don't. Oh, this is kind of it. So that's your, I mean, I don't think anyone can cut. That's your instructions as far as this is only one color. So this is for Charlie Girl because I couldn't decide like between the two, like which will I give which? This little tiny human is Charlie.
I was gonna say the face looks like Charlie.
Doesn't it? And they're little dots. That's all they are. And even the wispy hair is Charlie. And she's just this little, like fairy. She's
just she is so petite.
She's so petite, yet she's got like her language skills are through the roof, which sounds really funny coming from this tiny little human. But so that is for little Charlie Girl, and this is for Lily Girl.
And what's that going to be?
Now this is going to have 2. I wish. Hold on. Hold please. If you saw my office right now. Oh, here it is.
I tried to clean up around me.
I did too. You should see that side. I'll show you. And this is a tiny space. Okay, so look at that.
These are really cute.
They're not only cute, they're so fun to do. And
so tell us how do you start that? Like what are your
it's mostly back stitching. It's using 2 strands. So I use the loop method. Yes, look at even my back looks really good.
Oh my gosh.
Except I don't know how to do this. Oh, I know there's plenty of tutorials.
Yes.
So,
You're gonna just loop a string around with a needle, just like you're
and
basting a little
keep,
bit.
okay, now the thing that I hate is this is such a good hoop. Like, it's one of my favorite hoops.
Is it from me?
No, although
Is that one of the oh, that brand I really like too? Can't think of it.
neither.
It's the skinny version. There's also a thicker version. Yeah, you'll need to get a cheaper version from like Hobby Lobby or
Do
something
I
and just
want it to
plop it
be
in.
that cheap though? Do you have 6 inchers?
Um, yeah, I don't at the moment because I'm considering switching over. I'm testing Nerge and I'm
Oh,
thinking I might, I don't know, I'm waiting to hear back from them, but I might carry Nerge.
oh, I've
But
never
I
even
can get
heard
some,
of them.
they're out of Turkey.
Oh,
And they're supposed, they're, yes, we're going on
well,
a tangent, but yeah, I'm looking to
you know
Nerge.
what? These weren't even outrageously expensive. I just don't know where I'm going to get them again. And I love them.
Sassy Jacks carries
Oh,
Hardwick Manor.
yes,
Hardwick?
Hardwick Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't, the Michaels ones are kind of chintzy looking. I don't,
Yeah, yeah.
these are so beautiful.
And you know, Sue, there are
So,
also, I saw an Etsy shop that carries hoops, but she stains them different colors. It's adorable. It's a great idea. So maybe you want to get a cheap one
that,
and paint it or stain it or even wrap ribbon around it, or
yeah.
fabric or I don't know.
Yeah, I just love them. So what I do is
Yeah, back
I
to that.
did, so on this one, it's simply satin stitch, back stitch, lazy daisy, and a few French knots. So I just, you know me, I moved all over the place.
And so
This
do you
one
actually
uses 2 colors, which I'm really excited about.
do you put a knot in it or do you just start like you would cross stitch and
Loop method,
oh, it's two strands.
2 strands.
Oh my gosh, couldn't be easier.
Can be easier. Very pointy needle, very long needle. I don't know why these needles, mine is the same that I bought. They're very long. And I was like, I'm not going to use that needle. I love it.
Hmm.
It really works. The only thing I'm noticing is I'm doing the stabbing method. I really think that's the easiest way to do it. And it's creating, I've got some pains going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you've got it tight on the drum.
yes,
And
yes.
you're
And
okay.
honestly, like I'm nervous about this one. Like I can't get it tighter and I want it to be perfectly tight. Should I put interfacing on the back? Would that help?
Yeah, I would try that. Or just another piece of that fabric. Just,
Yeah.
you don't have to get something special. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
I love them. I really wanted to wow you and have them both done, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm under impressed.
I know.
No, that's so cool. I wonder if I could carry her stuff. I gotta look into that because I have been wanting to get some basic embroidery kind of things in my
I
design.
am telling you, embroidery is so relaxing because you don't have to go back and forth on a chart. You're not like, it's weird. Like, this has been a really busy week for me. So, for me, like in the morning, I pick up my stitching and it takes too long for me to get into a rhythm with it because I'm distracted. And like, this is just, and they're just so beautiful. Like this was not embroidery in my day. Like Chelsea
No.
saw this and died.
Oh, I bet she loves that.
Yeah.
Now, our last episode, you were talking about that, and I said, "Oh, I want to color." Oh, you were talking about your quilt where you're doing some embroidery, and I said, I want to color," and you said, "Oh, we'll talk about that at
I
the
know. And
end."
I forgot to talk about it and I forgot to bring it in today.
So next time, or can you talk without it?
I can run and get it. Do you want me to
It's
run
up
and
to
get
you.
it?
It's up to
Speak
you.
amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. It's just so my aunt is a huge quilter, like huge, and is still quilting. And it's quite impressive. Not that she's ancient, but she's in her 80s quilting, like really, really quilting. And I had told her I was working on this and she has it, but hasn't started it. And I said, oh, I want the Salem witches one so bad. I really got to get it. And she was like, I have 2 of those kits. I'll send you one.
Kits.
I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'll take one. Like, I want it. So she sent me. Now I had to buy all the books because obviously she didn't need 2 books, but it's this one, which is colored, then stitched.
Oh.
Yeah. So you first, I know nothing. So like Olivia has made this. Have you seen hers?
Yes.
It's
She brings it out on Halloween
on
episodes.
Halloween. And so, of course, everything I make is for my girls, like to
Yeah.
have from their grandma someday. So this will be for one of the girls and this will be the other. So, and Chelsea is starting to do a little sewing, and I thought we might be able to work on the quilt part together.
So the border is all quilted. And
Yes.
the inside is colored and then stitched.
Yeah. So on their website, Crab Apple Hill, I think they have tutorials. You color everything white,
Mm-hmm.
and then you add your color and then you stitch. I need to retire. Oh my gosh, I need to retire, and I'm going totally the opposite way. So I'm not sure. This might be the quilt part. And then this is one of the panels.
Oh my
So that's
gosh.
a close-up.
I love the colored in stuff.
I do too.
Does she heat set it? It's crayons, so does she heat it?
I think then you heat it. Look at that.
Show it up close.
I'm going to take it out of the plastic.
Okay.
Plastic's kind of ruining it. Honestly, I like anything with the needle and thread. I like anything with fiber. Let's just put it out there. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm dying to hook my rug lately. We
I'm
should do a
dying to
whole
punch
thing on
Teal.
rug hooking. Me too.
I love how it combines so many different, like, let's color with crayons. Let's do some embroidery. Let's piece some, let's do some
Well,
piece working and
so
quilting. Oh,
I just feel so lucky to be given this.
so it was a full kit. You are so
Yeah.
lucky.
I am. And this is for all the witches.
That's the fabric. Okay. Wow.
I
That's
know.
going to be so fun.
I cannot wait. I know it's so hard right now not having time to do everything we love.
Yeah.
Yes.
So technically, if you wanted, you could color in what you're working on right now.
I could. I feel like I've got to watch the technique and start on something small.
Yeah.
And do it from there. And you know what the real treat is for these? They're already drawn on there.
That is nice.
I know. And I have a big light table that I bought. They're so cool now, like so cool and inexpensive and compact. And so I've got all the right equipment, but just another step. It's like, shoot, now I can't start till I go draw it all. And
yeah, exactly. Or go to the window, tape it up. Yeah.
yeah.
No.
But I'm telling you, this light table, I'll have to take a picture of it. And next time we can talk more about it. I got it on Amazon. It's big. Like it's a good size, probably 24 by 36, 18 by 20.
That's
it's
huge.
Big. I think it was under $100.
Is it really thick or
No.
skinny? Yeah, because the ones now, like Lori Holt has one out it's a little over $100. It's smaller though, but it's like really skinny.
So maybe this was more than that. I felt like it was worth it. I felt like I would use it for a million things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
How exciting. Yeah, I've been really wanting to carry something. I wanted to get into the embroidery. I could carry more of the chenille, I think is the needle that you use because it has a bigger eye and a pointy tip.
Pointy. Yes. And the other thing that I would love to do, and I have one of these, My aunt used to make them for my grandmother. I don't know why, like a collection, but they're stockings, but they're red work. So
Oh,
it's this with red. And
beautiful.
I actually got one when my
Mhm.
grandmother passed away. She gave me, my aunt said, you can take one, and I can't find it. It's
Mhm.
killing me. I feel like I knew where I put it and it's not there.
Mm.
And I would love to have a red work quilt.
Yeah.
It's
It's just another nice thing to put with your cross stitch and your, yeah,
mhm.
very fun. Well, good. So maybe you'll
Yeah.
be done with
So
that one next time.
enough with the, what do you mean you don't have any finished objects? Do you have any finished objects?
I have no finished objects.
What,
I
the
know.
what?
I know. I decided
It's
to pull out finally one that I have not touched in a very long time because I just have seen so many people stitching his stuff and I love his work so much and I just needed to get back into it.
Is it a Jacob? Oh, I know what it. Oh, Rachel.
So it's
Oh,
my modern folk family mystery sale from 2020, I think. And I actually did this whole section, right? Well, it's not done, but I did all of that. And that was a lot of stitching actually in that border there and
oh
stuff.
yeah.
And just getting back into the rhythm of it. It's all Gloriana in like a dark, I forget what the name is called.
I love yours.
It is, I know people have been asking what I'm using. It's Pacific Blue Dark Gloriana. Y'all know what
It's funny,
Gloriana
it
looks
reads
like.
as royal blue when you hold it up, but on your piece, it doesn't read that way.
It reads differently during different times of the day. Right now it's
Oh
in a
yeah.
lot of light and it's got a nice sheen to it. The fabric I'm using, what am I using? I think
What
it's
count?
this is 36.
Okay.
Well, why don't I get out my cross stitch journal
Oh,
and tell you
tell
it's
us.
36 count platinum
Oh,
Zweigart. It's not a hand dyed or anything. This is just your regular old Zweigart, which is fabulous. I
fabulous.
love this. I got into such a rhythm and I haven't stitched on this in probably a year and I know so much more now than I did a year or maybe even a year and a half. I just I'm so much more confident on it in different techniques and moving the
Hmm.
just moving the silk in the direction that makes most sense for stitching and hand. I'm in hand. The rest of it was in hoop. So
I think it's so funny that you've moved to totally in hand, and
mhm.
I'm pretty much totally, I definitely am a combo. Like I just use a hoop as an easier way to hold the fabric than to, it's just
Yeah,
easier on my hands, I think.
yeah, yeah. It's just a tool to hold your fabric.
Mm.
It's not really to. Yeah, I love stitching in hand, and I'm using 28s now for some reason. I love 28 needles on 40 especially,
I
but
love
I just
28s.
tried it on this 36 and I love my size 28 peacekeepers. I sell them in my shop and I never get the name right.
I
And
know.
I love them so much. They're
I am pretty much 100% 28 too.
yeah. Yeah. And there's going to be a little doghouse with a dog and I'm going to put a P on it for Percy. On
See,
that. I love that other little house. Yeah. This is just a great
it's
piece.
a
I want to do more of his stuff.
gorgeous piece. Well,
It's
that can go right into what I'm working on.
awesome.
And I put a lot into this. I'm not quite sure how I did quite a bit of stitching and I can't quite figure out how that happened. Because I feel like at night I've been a blob. So I'm not sure how it happened, but I love this piece. You will notice I cut all my fabric down to size.
Yep. Very.
So I feel like I got a lot done. I almost finished this whole page
Mm.
and then I worked my way down, of course. this motif is, what I do for motifs, I do half, and then I don't have to look at the pattern and I do the other half. So,
Love
but
it.
I love this.
Mm.
I
And we
think
said the name?
Bird.
Oh, Quaker Bird Sampler or something like that. It's already down below. Everybody knows it but us right now.
I know. I love his the Little Bird Quaker Sampler.
Little Bird. Where's the little bird? Oh, I see one.
I'll show you. I stitched one.
Oh,
Well, there's lots of little birds. Up here, there's little birds.
oh, so cute.
And then down here, I haven't done his tail yet. Little birds. So they're all in there. And I think this is a piece, I think it's a piece of last month's club. It's not very highly modeled. Well, it is.
That is the one where you were, before we did our podcast, you said, oh, Rachel,
This is the one?
What I think so.
I think so.
And then on the episode, I was like, tell us all about your fabric you're using, Sue.
I don't think if it is or not. It looks like it to me. I have so much fabric laying around that, like, oh, it's not quite a half a yard, so or a quarter, so I keep it. Or
do you think it could be covered bridge?
No, I really think it's the club. Doesn't it look like it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like a version of it.
A version of it. You can't see the modeling from here or anything like that.
And there's not a ton of modeling on it. So maybe I'm thinking I put it aside saying, oh, it didn't have enough modeling.
Laura, this is for you.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Yeah. So I love this and I'm using, and I love it.
Red Anchor.
And I think my threads are too long. I have so many problems with knotting in my threads and then having to cut it and losing a chunk because it's a thing for me. And I don't know if
for everything or just the anchor. I think
like everything. I feel like everything.
Too long.
I guess I'm finding it really annoying.
Well, maybe, you're coming off of those spools. Maybe you're pulling off more than you think you are.
Could be. But then Lori Holt was talking about, and I'm going to show my ignorance because I don't know, the whole beeswax thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use that. I don't understand it. Is it I don't know.
Just the end of it. So like this is one of those I got in something.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And you just take your.
But she was talking about it as far as, but it wasn't fraying. She was talking about the anchor, how some people have talked about it frays. I think I did at one point with the black. And she said, I don't have that problem because I use the beeswax. So what good is just the end?
Because when you pull it through, eventually it'll coat the rest of it, maybe.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know.
I know nothing.
I think too, I heard someone that's in the know. It was somebody you would all know on an interview and said, if your thread is fraying, your needle size is too small.
That would make sense for me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's rubbing up against your mesh or your linen or whatever you're stitching.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Cool. Okay, so those are our two modern folk embroideries. We are doing one of the same, you and I.
Yes, and that's the only thing I have left.
Okay, why don't I show my other thing then? Okay. I worked hard on this one for a good week because
I'm trying to guess what you're working on. Do I know this?
I am just addicted. Absolutely addicted to this one.
Oh, yes.
I can't put it down. I forced myself so that I would work on something else. And then all of a sudden I wanted to do modern folk. But this is my Savior's Praise, which I'm really customizing. Sorry if I hit my microphone there. I'm really customizing for my family sampler, one side of the family. And
I love that. And I feel like, oh my gosh,
Look at, I got the
Rachel.
words done and that bouquet of flowers and the lady, and I'm working my way down.
I've got to pull mine out. I think I'm starting mine over. I hate the fabric.
Oh, I would start it over because this one is just,
I
oh, it's
agree.
gorgeous. And our last episode, I talked a lot about how I'm customizing it to one side of my family. And basically I think I'm going to put the family name here in this spot, I
Did you
think.
did you see
Or
how on Lori's on the bottom she put the quilt blocks in?
that what am I putting in for each person? Basically, this is my great great grandmother from Germany. And then I'm going to put her daughter, my great grandma, my grandma, and then my mom and my aunts are going to be around. And her initials, not the picture, but the initials. And then down below, I want to have a symbol that represents each person. And you know, I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do for each one. And I think I'm going to write a little blurb about it too, to keep on this piece with some
Yes.
pictures, maybe on the back of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm
Oh,
at
I
right
love it.
now.
I love it.
I love it too. Are the colors showing up okay on here? Yeah.
It's
This
so
is just,
beautiful.
it's just, oh, and the words were so fun. I really loved her font that she used and how she changed up the browns in there to just make it look like it over time has faded. There's
Yep.
three different browns, I think, in there, maybe four. And these are all anchor threads, by the way.
I used anchor on mine.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
love that.
Yep. So anyway, we're getting there.
Oh, it's
It doesn't
beautiful.
seem like a lot of work, but I put in a lot of work.
Well, you know what? It's funny because I always sit down and think I'm going to do this whole section or this whole motif. And I'm like, once I get started, I'm like, this is a ton of stitching.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Gesundheit.
You forget, like, I don't know. I think we just judge things very poorly at times.
Yeah. Stitching really has helped me in life overall with the whole slow and steady wins the race and just doing a little bit. I think Lori mentioned that on her last episode.
Yes.
Just the consistent little bit adds up. And you can apply that.
And for me, I like to be focused on, like this week I was focused on 2. Then I did the embroidery, but that was kind of just a Sunday afternoon treat. But I really find I enjoy stitching when I'm more like concentrating on a piece. Yes. 2 is even a bit much, but when I do 2, they have to be 2 very different pieces so that if I'm in the mood for this, like our next one, like the first one's one color and the next one's a million colors. So
yes.
And I was in the mood for it. I didn't intend to pick this one up. Then I think we talked and I thought, oh, I'm going to go pick that up.
The more I work on it, the more I'm falling in love with it.
Same.
I
cut down the fabric.
Oh, you did. Yay. Yeah. So this is our Mary Morgans. We're part of the Mary Morgans. It's Mary's Rose sale on Instagram with a few of our good friends. And yeah, this is Fox and Rabbit.
It's so funny how different, because of your lighting, your fabric looks.
Oh, I know. It is. It's so funny. We're both doing it on 40 count.
40 count. I got to the bottom and I was 1 stitch shy. So I just added the stitch. And I'm not going to work off the border because of that. I'm going to work off of the interior.
Yeah.
And I decided to attack some letters.
Yep. Very good. Aren't the letters interesting to do?
They are. And I like that he or they carried certain colors through each one. So like, then I would do all that color and then I'd go back and fill in, and then each 3 letters are the same. So
Yes.
I feel like I'm doing them in groupings of 3 because of that.
Same. See my 3?
Yeah.
I've got 3 and 3.
Yes, although
Exactly.
I only did 1 there. I think that was that was last time.
Yeah.
Did the blue.
I when I pulled this out, I was watching basketball a lot of the time, and I didn't want something where I had to really focus on counting in a chart. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do that border. So I
For
got it.
these, the lines patterns.
Oh, the lines are so fun too. Yeah. So my border, I've gone all the way around with the single line, and then I've gone all the way around making the
Purple.
purple part all the way around. And now I'm heading all the way around, adding in the yellow.
I
So
love
it's
that.
really just like a do-si-do. You just go around and I don't have to look at a
And
chart.
don't you think it's not anywhere near as huge as I was thinking?
Yeah, I felt like it was going to be really, really big.
It's not. I mean, it's not small, but it's certainly not huge. I mean, 40 count certainly helps.
Yeah. Yes. I love it on 40 count. I can't wait to have this on my wall framed. It's such a unique to me piece. And I just so appreciate these different sections that are, one is more meditative, another I know I'm gonna have to really focus on the rose.
The rose, you really have to. The rose, I would consider using a highlighter and getting rid of what you've done. I didn't do that, but I would consider doing that.
Yeah.
Or highlighting the areas that are like the same color. That might be a good way. It's a really, really fun stitch. You know what I'm finding? I love it.
I just hold it up for everybody so they can look at yours and compare that's
I
what it's
love
gonna
the
be.
fabric, this fabric so much.
Yes. I can't believe I'm on 40 count and enjoying it so much. I go back to my 36 and people have said it that they love how one strand looks on 40 count. It looks a little different. It looks so nice.
It does. And you have to remember it's 40 count hand dyed, which means it shrinks even more. I mean, not like a ton, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not the same as 40 count undyed.
Really?
You get a little shrinkage with all of them.
Yeah. Well, then yeah.
Yeah.
Loving it. Loving it. So much fun.
I love it too.
So much fun.
Stitch.
Oh, so that's our stitching.
That's our stitching. I feel like we did a lot.
I do too. You know, we had big projects. You had the embroidery, which is kind of fun. Now it's making me if anybody has an embroidery designer that you love that you think would sell to shops, do let me know down below because I am right now in the process of investigating different ones.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I always want to have an embroidery project like by my chair because it's literally, it's also like good in the car. I know a lot of people stitch like waiting in lines, but again, unless it's like a Jacob piece, it involves so much stuff.
Yeah.
And then looking at a chart, I don't know, it's for me, I just enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, that's making me I wonder if I have any upstairs that I don't know of. I need to look through my stash.
Yeah.
And see. Well, we've got clubs coming out next month, April. It's our second Legacy LFA Linens Club, both linen and Ada. Sue has dyed it all, and I have it all right now, and I'm just working on processing it, cutting it, cutting some of it, serging it, and then I have a steam press that I got that I've been using to get some of the wrinkles out and fold it and get it all packaged to you. I'm so excited about the colorway. It is gorgeous.
Thank you. I do love it.
When I saw some of the charts coming out of the Nashville needlework market, I could see tons of them on it.
Yeah, it's kind of my goal is to have really versatile colors. There's only so many in the world though. That is eventually there won't be many neutrals left. But there's still quite a few I can do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was super happy with this one. I'm so I'm so relieved I'm done. It's so much fabric.
We have a lot of fabric.
We do.
Definitely. We have a lot of people in the clubs and we so appreciate it. We hope you love this club as much as we do. The plan is for the linen clubs, if you're in it, to get shipped out by the 15th. Probably will go out a little earlier. And the Ada clubs, which it looks fantastic on the Ada, Sue. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to start an Ada project again.
I'm telling you, oh, I did work on another project and I made a mistake and I was actually stitching the card. The reason we're talking about is it's on Ada.
Mm-hmm.
So mad. It's like, and I really love the project. It's the Plum Street Summer. I don't even know where I put it, but I'm so mad at myself. But I love stitching on it. It's great
Mm-hmm.
to stitch on.
Yeah, yeah. And it's got that beautiful, anyway, I won't, I feel like I'm going to give it away if I say much more. Anyways, we're excited to get those out. And of course, Nashville Market, it was so fun to see everyone there, see the new pieces, and actually see people's videos of things live. You can see a thing, you can see a sample or a design so much better on video than just a picture on Instagram. So I really loved, I thought, who had a really good video? I think it was Teresa Kogut. She had a great little video at the end of her last
Oh, I
podcast.
haven't watched her last one yet.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So
Yeah. I know. I'm really sad every time I hear people going, I'm going to the market review at my local shop. I'm like, oh,
I know I don't have that either.
I have that. Yeah, I
So
don't think my
my
shop went this year. I think no, I
uh,
didn't.
no, have they gone in the past?
Yeah,
Or it's been a while. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I don't
Well,
know.
I have been thinking about the shop a little bit, and of course, I'm going to be kitting up some of these with hopefully a lot of Sue's linens. So I'm starting to kind of get things in order. It takes time to get things up, especially this day and age. So I thought what I could do is just kind of give you a few of the kits that I plan on kitting up. So you know, in case you want to wait for the full kit with Sue's to come out. So they're slowly becoming available for us peons who didn't go to the market. I also appreciate those of you who have sent me emails asking, would you consider doing this? That helps so much. So
It
we
does.
had,
I
yeah,
agree with you. I don't get those emails you do, but I agree. I always like to hear, even in our yarn business, what people are looking for, because most
absolutely.
often, if one is, there's quite a few behind them that just didn't ask.
Exactly, exactly. So a Tisket, a Tasket by Rosewood. I'll put a picture of it up here while we're talking about it. It's the one that it's all blues. I think it's 8 colors. It's a really heavy floral border with a center, just gorgeous. And also Rosewood Spring Quaker Cross. I've ordered that one. Spring Quaker Cross Stitch. Actually, it's not Rosewood. It's Leela's studio. Oh my gosh, she had such beautiful stuff. Did you check out Leela's studio?
I saw so little, so little, so I cannot wait to see these. But I
Mhm.
heard someone else talking about Leela Studios, and I am not familiar with them at all.
Oh yeah,
Am I?
she's,
And I don't know it?
you would, I think. If you saw it, you would. I wish I could pull up pictures right now. I should have thought of that before, but
That's
the
okay.
people will be already have seeing it,
Yeah.
are already seeing it. So that one I'm looking to um, get kitted up. And then what's this one? Oh gosh, another Leela Studio. I normally, in terms of kitting up, I wouldn't consider doing an all springy one just because it's such a short kind of season. I don't know. But she had the spring parades 1 and 2. I don't
Oh,
know.
yes.
Yeah, those little those cars with the animals. They're all just so unique and adorable. And I love how she gives options to put them in a row with the flag that says welcome spring. Just thought those were so cute. And it's all DMC.
I love the,
So
you know, the thing about spring though, it is a short season, but it's really a necessary decorating season. A, because for some people, Easter, and
yeah,
B, your house is so bare when you take down your winter. I mean, my house is
right.
still bare. I haven't put a thing up since Christmas. But it's a nice season to start your decorating.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it is necessary because it's like, even for me now, I'm like, I need something up. It's just like so bare.
Right. No, I agree completely. Here it is in a row. I don't know if this will show up. We'll see. You can barely see
Oh,
it.
yes, you can
They're
see
just so
it.
cute.
So cute.
There we go. A little bit.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, Leela, I was on her website. I didn't know much about her, but she's been
she
doing a lot of cross stitch for many, many years, designing.
is her name Leela?
I
I'm
don't think
assuming.
so.
Okay.
Here's a nice one of,
I know. I think you sent those to me.
yeah.
Also double. Like, oh, I am dying to do smalls.
That's the Spring Quaker.
Wow.
Leela's Studio. See her logo down below there?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? That logo is familiar,
Yeah,
but I couldn't
yeah,
tell you a design, that's for sure.
yep. And this one, here's a tisket, a tasket.
Oh,
Oh, come on, there we go.
yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
I know. Okay, then Sue, you and I talked about doing Teresa
Yes.
Kogut or doing a Biscornu thing.
I cannot wait. Did you get it yet? Because I cannot wait.
No, I have to contact Teresa directly, and she's so busy. So I need to write her an email to order it from her. But we both fell in love with this Biscornu. Sue, I don't know if you're going to do that one or a different one, but I plan on doing this
I
one.
plan on doing that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm hoping to kit that one up, and Sue and I talked about doing a Biscornu along.
Along. Because it's all hand stitched together, right? Am I
Yeah,
understanding that correctly? So that to me
yeah.
is so appealing
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
I can do that.
And if I watched Elizabeth Ann can stitch, and she took one square and you put another square kind of crossed, and then when
Okay.
you stitch, you're stitching, I don't know, it just all comes together and it sounds so fun to do.
I
So
cannot wait.
I know. So are any of you interested? If you're interested in doing a Biscornu along, I don't know, Sue, when would we do that?
As soon as you get it.
Okay, we can do that as soon as I get it.
Yeah.
So
'Cause I'm dying to do one.
yeah, so if you all want to come up with a Biscornu, you can either do the one we're doing or do a different Biscornu, but we're planning on a Biscornu along.
Hmm. I also want to do one for the holiday, each holiday.
Oh yeah.
I think they're so cute. And I have to start. I love my big pieces. It's really my go-to, but I have to start some smaller pieces.
Yeah.
I
Well,
have to.
you could even, once we get like what the actual Biscornu pattern is, I could make a Biscornu out of some of Jacob's off of my bigger piece, and you can have that right below maybe I think like my pear is going to match my sampler.
Love the pear.
Then Sue, you and I talked about also Mania. I'm so
Mania.
excited. We're both excited about Mania for some
I'm
reason.
very excited about Mania, although I can't do a traditional Mania. My brain, first of all, I can't. I can't stitch every day to that degree that I would want to.
No.
It's impossible, the thought of kitting up how
30.
31, whatever, like that alone makes me stop in my tracks. So
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking start one thing for 4 weeks is kind
Yes.
of was my thought process. And then you had a thought around a pattern. Do you actually have that pattern?
getting prepared for Christmas in July, which I'm very excited about
You
too. You
are.
have to start in January. So I am going to be kitting up, just so you know, Snowball. I'm going to be kitting up fabric, hopefully. And it's all DMC, I believe. Yes, all
Are you going to have the
DMC.
books?
I have the books. I already have all of it. I just need to work on it. So I thought, well, gosh, there's 5, I think, in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect for one start a week, or you could do 2 small ones for a Maynia as well. And then market. I just put an order in to kit up Scarlett Houses. I'll put a better picture in for the people. But let's see here. Sue, you've seen this one, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, this is called Needlefuls by the Scarlett House. It has a vintage sewing machine and vintage scissors, a tomato, a measuring tape. There's one pillow that's just for your vintage buttons that you can then put vintage buttons on it. There's one that's a sampler. This would be so cute, just all year round in a bowl
Yep.
or in your
Love it.
china cabinet or whatever. So that is Needlefuls by the Scarlett House. Then there's the tomato one.
Okay, so
That.
for my Maynia, I want to do the tomato book and the Scarlett House ones.
Yeah.
So I could start, how many is that? 10?
Yes.
Okay, could you have that all kitted up?
Yes, I will work on that.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But I love the idea of like, for me, the part about Maynia that does not work is the kitting. It really doesn't. It's like, I don't have the bandwidth at all to
Yeah.
gather all of those materials. Like,
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's having it, June coming, and I'm like, I have 31 things I started. Ah!
I know. And now see, the reason I'm attracted, and I honestly would do both of those. I'd have 10 new projects.
Mhm.
The reason I'm attracted to them is because they're small, and I feel like, again, they're that, you know what, I want to work on something small this day, and it's all right there and manageable. That's going to
Exactly.
be my Maynia.
Yeah.
I
So we have
love
like 3 stitch along kind of things going on. We got Biscornu Along, we've got Maynia, which for those of you who've never heard of Maynia, it's Maynia, Mania. It was started a few years ago by someone we should know
We
who.
should know 2 people, I think, started it.
2 people. And their concept was to start a new project for every day of the month. But people have done what they want to do within their manias. So
They turn it into their own mania. And I
there you
feel like the other thing I did one year, I wish I brought it in, and I don't even remember but it was a pattern. It was like a little house pattern. It was all of the, oh gee. Oh, I can't think of it. Love is gentle, love is kind. What are those?
Oh, it was yeah, it was the pillows with the different sheep.
Cheap. So I started it, but on one piece of fabric. So
Yeah.
each day, or actually, I think I broke it down to, like, say 2 days or 3 days, I would start the one.
Mm-hmm.
And I did get quite far. But again, I'm in this, when I first got back into stitching, I was picking materials that I no longer like. And I've got a handful of projects like that where it's like, it's
Yeah.
using 2 strands. I think I dyed Monaco. It's way too tight. It's not
We got to
flowing.
get rid of those. We have to pass those along.
I know. I feel
It's
like
time.
it was such a waste of my time, but I guess it was a learning process.
Oh, yeah, it was a learning process. I just thought of another way you could do mania is you could start a different whip each day.
Yeah.
Like things you've already worked on. I have a box with all of my little soldier bags lined up in a row, and I
Mhm.
could just do one a day for May.
See, for me, my one a day, it would mean so I get like 2 or 3 hours to stitch. And I can't do it for that short amount of time, like, because then I become invested, then I want to keep working on it. Like, it's too fragmented for me, but
Yes.
that's
But
me.
that's the purpose of mania, maybe, is to get out of your comfort zone, and maybe it would make us remember how much we loved those other ones. And so when June comes, we'll be like, give me that chart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really excited. I really want to do it. But I want to do it in a way that fits my personality.
Yeah. And that's what we're basically saying to you. So join us if you'd like in Mania.
Yeah.
So we've got Biscornu Along, Maynia, and then remember Christmas in July will be
Christmas in
coming.
July and then our Mary Morgan.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Mary.
I'm very excited and I want to do the snowball book for Christmas in July.
I love that book. Love it, love it. That's my goal too.
Did I buy that book? I don't think I did. What book did I buy?
I don't think you did either.
Was there a Halloween one?
That reminds me, I have another book. I have so many kits coming, you guys. Right now, I'm focused. I focused. Oh, this is nothing. I have a lot of kits coming, but they trickle in because of supply stuff. So bear with me.
It is a good
It
way
is a good way.
because, kits are pricey. So you don't
Right.
have to feel like, oh, shoot, they're going to be gone. I should buy them all. Like this way it makes it more manageable.
Exactly. So I've been focusing mainly though on notions and putting my tried and true notions into the shop. Last week's customer newsletter had kind of some of my newer stuff that's in the shop. I just want to let you all know that the Lenny cases, I got a bunch of new different styles. This is how I keep my accoutrements for stitching by me. And what I love about these Lenny bags is they close up small, but when you're seated with your stuff, it's a big open bag and everything's in there. This is a really funky one with just some cool
Love that.
art in the inside, but they have great zippers. They have just really nice zipper pulls, different colors. So go to my shop and check that out if you're interested.
Another thing I would like you to carry and to create is some really cool Ort containers.
Oh,
Just put that to your list.
I wonder what that would look like.
I have decided I want an Ort container in my living room, in my bedroom, and in my office. Because I literally throw them on the ground.
Yeah. I think you said that last time, and maybe there was a around the world.
I vacuum.
You vacuum. Oh yeah. You know what I did? I have that china cabinet there that has china from my grandmother, great grandmother passed down. I grabbed one of her, like, I think it's supposed to be maybe a sugar bowl with two handles on the side and a lid. And I'm using that as my fancy Ort container. Now Elizabeth Ann can stitch. Her and her sisters got these tiny little waste bins.
Yes, and I think that's what spurred me was like, I'm sure that was.
Yeah,
I want something that I can leave in my living room, but I want it to be cool and unique. So just something to think about when you've got nothing better to do.
Exactly. So I fell in love when these came out from, what is this? Leela's studio. I think I'm having a love affair with Leela.
Leela.
But these came out right after Christmas, I think. Spirit of Christmas set 1 and 2, or maybe it's an oldie, but a goodie.
Again, Christmas in July.
I know. So I want to kit, what I'm going to do is kit both of these Spirit 1 and 2 in one and put all the floss. And then you've got all 8 of them, but aren't they really pretty designs? I love this church down here, or house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And manageable. Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sue, start thinking about fabric.
Yes. I'm seeing a little color on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're DMC and Gentle Arts. We'll see how much Gentle Arts has in stock.
Gentle Arts is a harder one to come by.
It's been really hard, but they gave a good conversion to DMC. Leela did. So I may do this all in DMC. Since there's so little, you don't need necessarily.
And that's the thing, Christmas ornaments, how much do you want to spend?
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking for these, just getting a little fancier, and converting them to NPI. Needlepoint ink
I've
silk.
never used them.
It's beautiful. The price point is nice, and there's not a lot of colors. So it might be a nice entry
Entry
into
into using silk too, like trying
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And Christmas silk, the shine, this would be really pretty. So that's coming. Then have you seen, this is the new Artful Offerings.
I
Isn't
love
that
artful
cute?
offerings. Yes.
So cute. So I will be kitting that up. I'm just waiting for my Gentle Arts to arrive. But again, there's a few that are missing at Gentle Arts, or they'll take so long. So I may just kit up the ones that I use the floss that makes sense for.
You're
Gentle
working like crazy over there.
Well, and now that I have you here, I'm going to show you some other things that are, and
I
then
love-
Christmas in July.
What are they?
I love, this is the one Lisa Smith did last year from Country Cottage.
Is it little or big?
It's big.
I was gonna, those
Yeah.
are so deceiving.
Yeah, no, it's big. Remember she did this one?
I kind of do.
Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. And then I have always loved the Scarlett House sleigh rides and snowflakes. So Sue, think about a fabric for that.
Okay. I need
I
lists.
should just send you a package with these in it.
Send me a list. That's all I need.
So, I mean, that's just a smattering. I don't know.
So
People
exciting.
find this interesting, but it's fun to see kind of what's in the pipe.
Well, it's fun to plan too, because summer, it's funny. I mean, I knit year round, doesn't matter. Although last summer, I remember it was so hot, my hands were sweating. It was like,
Yeah.
this is just not. A lot of
Mhm.
people put down their knitting for the summer and pick up stitching for the summer. A lot of people do that. I do think stitching is so transportable in so many ways, like having a pool, like I would bring a Jacob down there in a minute to just stitch one color.
Mhm.
And there is something about stitching. The planning part is fun.
It's so fun.
It just is. And I love
Yeah.
the Christmas in July. Like those are fun. And they
Mhm.
really get you ahead.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my,
re-kit this one. It was so popular, and I haven't done it yet. So, for
I have.
selfish reasons,
I have
that's
that
gonna be
started and
my
I love it.
yeah,
I have
absolutely love
that
it.
and the reindeer one or the deer one.
Oh
I
yeah,
have both those started
yeah.
and a lot done.
So it's just a smattering of
Yeah.
what is to come. So
Come, I
get
love
ready,
it.
people.
We're ready.
We're ready. Okay, I think we've reached the end of our.
We've reached the end. It's going to be 70 degrees here today. It's gorgeous. I should be working, but I have a feeling I'm going to head out for a while. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't with the dumb appointment. I just have so much to do right now. I've got some orders to fill.
I am incredibly impressed. Two things. I love that you're up as early as you are, and I'm incredibly impressed that you're up and working as early as you are. Because there are times it's like 5:30 and I'll think of something. I'm like, if I want, I can text Rachel right now.
Yes, you
She's up
can.
and working.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm up with the snow plows all winter. They're, plowing the driveways around here, around the streets, whatever. And I wonder if they see me and they. Good
It
morning.
makes a huge difference in your workday if you do that. For me, when I'm up and
For me.
moving, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I love it. I get so much done. And now it's with the time change that sort of messed me up. So I got up at like 6 and I was like, I
Same.
missed like an hour of good
Yeah.
work time, but it's okay.
Once it's light out and the birds are singing at 5:30, it's my favorite time of year. I bounce out of bed. I love it. I love it.
Oh, wow. All right. So folks, join our Discord. I'll put the link down below. We've got new people joining all the time. So thanks for joining us over there.
Yes, and there's people over there that are setting up Zooms to all stitch together. Did I see that correctly?
Yes, you did. So
so they can
cool.
stitch together, which is so nice. And I love that about this community. We've talked about like Chelsea has a community over on Discord, and they exist without us. Like it's like
Yeah.
kind of, make the community, but then you guys run it. And it's
Yep.
really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I especially like when people have questions about their work. Like, here, I'm finished. Do you see this in a hoop or do you see this in a frame? And you get
Mhm.
great feedback from people.
Yeah.
We've got really fun threads talking about books, recipes,
Yes.
finished objects, works in progress. So join us over there.
Yeah.
All right. I know I'm forgetting something, but you know what? It's okay. You guys are bored.
It's okay.
It's time for you to
I
leave.
know. I feel like we're both like in slow motion today.
I know, waffling,
I know.
as they
I
say.
know. But it was good. It was
All right.
good to show what we have, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. And
Yep,
so much is going on. It's all good.
it's all good. So happy stitching. We'll see
Happy
you again soon.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.